All right. So hi everyone. Very good morning to all of you. I hope everyone is good. So this is first session of phase 2, specifically for those individuals who are preparing for phase 2 examination. Basically, you people already know about it, that when it comes on to regulatory exams like RBI Grade B, most of the questions are getting asked from schemes as well, right? So schemes का किस तरीके से structure आता है, paragraph type जो है वो तुम्हें questions पूछे जाते हैं. So that is what we are going to do in this particular video. So top scheme MCQs is what we are going to do today. All right. So without wasting any time, I think we should start with the sessions. I'm going to take into consideration 50 questions today, and of course we are going to have number of classes in the coming times as well. We'll try to complete it. We'll try to cover maximum questions on it. So in today's video, we are actually going to cover 50 questions. Uske saath saath, I'll repeat the paragraph. This is the first paragraph in front of you. I'll read the entire paragraph. And on the basis of this paragraph only, there are multiple questions that have been made. I'll repeat those questions as well. I'll wait for you people for a few seconds to answer, and then accordingly I'll give you the correct answer of that particular question, right? Okay. And this is your responsibility also to give me quick answers, because we are having 50 questions and these are long questions here. So of course it is time taking, right? So people need to give me answers very quickly. Okay. So this first scheme says, you people need to identify the scheme as well, right? So I can ask you questions which are not specifically framed here. I can ask you extra questions as well, right? Okay. So this says that in October, in a landmark initiative for youth development, Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji unveiled various youth-focused initiatives worth more than 62,000 crore in Vigyan Bhavan, New Delhi. Now giving a decisive push here to education, skilling as well as entrepreneurship also, and that too across the country. The program also featured the Kaushal Dikshant Samaroh, the 4th edition of the National Skill Convocation. Along with that, it was organized in accordance with the Prime Minister's vision only, where 46 all India toppers from industrial training institutes, as in I'm here talking about ITIs, under Ministry of Skill, under Ministry of Skill and Development and Entrepreneurship, were felicitated. Along with that, Minister, as in Prime Minister, will dedicate to the nation the Bihta camp of NIT Patna. With the campus, with the capacity to host 6,500 of students, the campus houses advanced facilities here, and that too including a 5G use case lab, a regional academic center for space established in collaboration with ISRO, an innovation and incubation center that has already supported 9 startups. Prime Minister will also distribute appointment letters to more than 4,000 newly recruited candidates in the government of Bihar. And there is a release of 450 crore of scholarships, that too through direct benefit transfer to 25 lakh students of class 9th and 10th, and that too under Mukhyamantri Balak and Balika scholarship program here. Exactly, this is PM Setu. Very good, very good. So the first question says, the above scheme seeks to strengthen 5 national skill training institutes, that is NSTIs, as center of excellence. Now, which of the following locations is not one of these NSTIs here? Is it Bhubaneswar, Odisha? Is it Chennai, Tamil Nadu? Is it Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh, Mumbai, Maharashtra, or Hyderabad, Telangana? Now, people have given me the correct answer here. The scheme that is associated with it is PM Setu only. This is PM Setu. Sorry. So tell me which one is not one of these locations. Good. So Mumbai, Maharashtra is not. This is an odd one here, so it becomes the correct answer, right? Which one is not part of it? That is D only. So Bhubaneswar, Chennai, Kanpur, Hyderabad are part of it. Along with that, Ludhiana is also associated with it, and these 5 are part of it, but not at all Mumbai. Take it. All right. Next question says, very good. Next question says, under the above scheme, how many government industrial training institutes are targeted for the transformation into modern industry aligned institutions? Is it, specifically 500, 750, 1000, 1250, or 1500? 1000. Okay. 1000. Wow. All right. Good. So 1000 exactly is the correct answer. When I talk about ITIs here, so these are the targets. Like it PM Setu clearly says कि जितने भी मेरे ITIs है ना, मतलब ये जो target है मेरा, इनको मेरे को modernize करना है, इसमें education जो है मेरे को ज़्यादा करनी है, और infrastructure which includes education as well, right? I want to develop that. Good. Hub and spoke model. उसके ऊपर भी अब एक question आती थी, ठीक है? This is the correct answer here. Next question says, that consider the following statements that is related to this particular scheme that is mentioned year, that is PM Setu, right? Now you people need to tell me, you're having 5 statements here, accordingly you people need to tell me if that is correct or not, okay? The scheme is a central sponsored scheme with a total investment of 60,000 crore. Under the hub and spoke model, all 1,000 of IITIs are designed as hubs with additional benefits, that is specifically private training centers serves as a spokes here. Along with that, the scheme includes establishment of special purpose vehicles with anchor industry partners. 5 national skill training institutions will be upgraded as a center of excellence, and that too through institutional partnerships here. The World Bank and Asian Development Bank are co-financing the initial stage. Now tell me which one exactly is the incorrect one here, right? Remember, you people need to tell me incorrect statement here. Is it statement 2, statement 5, statement 2nd and 4th? Is it 1st and 3rd, या फिर 2nd and 5th? Okay, 2. Okay, matlab statement 2. What is the problem with the statement 2? What is the problem with the statement 2? How many hubs and spokes there are? How many hubs and spokes? Exactly, very good. 200 hubs and 800 spokes. Good. So, second statement is the incorrect one here. Otherwise, rest of the statements are all correct. Okay. You can clearly see the central outlay is this only. It is a central sponsored scheme. It means the financial help is going to be given by the state as well. Okay. Second is incorrect. It doesn't convert all of the ITIs into hubs only. Of course, it is designated, right? We are having 200 hub ITIs and 800, this spoke ITIs here, right? The rest of the statements are all correct. Okay. All right. Next says, according to the news article in November, the center plans to develop and release 15 genome edited varieties of 3 pulses, tur, urad and masoor. Okay. Now, under its mission, that is Atmanirbharta in pulses, and that too during next 6 years. The Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare releases recently the operational guidelines of the mission. The guidelines showcases that the development and release of genome edited pulses varieties here is one of the outcomes that is targeted under the mission. Now, develop high yield, short duration, hybrid, genome edited, climate resilient and pest resistant varieties here. Along with that, it also says that the new varieties, including what, that is genome editing and hybrid, would be included under the mission that has been stated here. Okay, under the mission, efforts will be directed towards developing high yield varieties alongside short term as well as hybrid varieties of tur to enhance productivity here. The focus is specifically also to be placed on breeding, climate resistance and pest resistant varieties also, just to address the emerging challenges. Just to ensure widespread adoption here, trials will be conducted across major pulse growing states, as well as further research will support the development and promotion of the genome edited varieties for sustainable pulse cultivation, as we noted the guidelines that are circulated on 18th of October. Now remember, Hanji, Atmanirbharta in pulses, very good. ओके एक तो ये है जो स्कीम है, ठीक है। उसके साथ साथ अगर आपको याद होगा तो मैंने आपके साथ एक न्यूज आर्टिकल भी शेयर करा है टेलीग्राम चैनल के ऊपर, and recently one report has been released by Niti Aayog as well, right? So if every institution is putting a lot of focus on this particular initiative, you people need to go through it very thoroughly. Okay, this question says that the mission carries a total financial outlay of 11,440 crore, which is fully funded by the central government. Okay, the mission aims to increase domestic pulses production to 350 lakh tons. A total of 126 lakh quintals of certified seeds will be distributed to farmers here. Okay. The mission provide 100% of the procurement of tur, urad as well as masoor under the price support scheme for 4 years. Along with that, the breed seed production under the mission will be coordinated and supervised by the ICAR. Now you people tell me how many are correct. How many are correct? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Just wait a minute. 1 second, please. Okay. Sorry, all right. So this clearly says that when I talk about the outlay, that is all correct, right? But is not fully funded by the central government. Several components are included here, right? It means यहाँ पे, okay, so the outlay is all correct, but here it clearly says that it is fully funded by the central government. Of course, state execution is part of it, right? So there is a gadbad in this particular statement only. Otherwise, the financial outlay is all correct. The mission aims to increase the domestic, pulses production to 350 lakh tons. That is also correct. This is also correct that it is a total of 126 quintals of certified seeds. That is also correct. This is also correct. 100% of procurement is allowed here, and there is a breeding which is coordinated by ICAR. So all is correct. Financial outlay is also correct, but you need to check this also, right? It is fully funded by the central government. No state execution is also part of it. Okay. So otherwise, all of the statements are all correct, right? Now this clearly says that according to this, second, third, fourth, fifth are all correct. So 1 is the correct answer. The outlay is also correct, right? Outlay is just equivalent to 11,440 crore only. Okay, but this is the state assistance is also provided here. All right. Now next question says, which of the following is correct about the projected yield target under the mission? Is it 820 kilograms per hectare, 975, 1,130, 1,250, or 1,475? Come on, be very quick. Is it A, B, C, D, E? 1130 kilogram per hectare, and that too by what period? By 2030-31, है ना? By 2030-31. So this is what is the correct answer here. Good. This is what is the correct answer here. Next question says, under the following statement, like consider the following statements which is related to value chain and procurement under the particular mission. Up to 1,000 processing units will be established with a maximum capacity or maybe subsidy support of 25 lakh for each unit. The mission mandates cluster-based intervention to address region-specific productivity constraints and promote geographical diversification as well. The mission ensures 100% of the procurement of tur, urad as well as masoor only in states where MSP remained below the market prices for 3 consecutive years. International price monitoring of pulses is included to protect farmer confidence and reduce market volatility as well. Procurement under the mission will be conducted by NAFED and NCCF, but only in districts which are notified under PM Asha's price deficiency payment scheme. Now tell me, which one is the correct answer here? Which one exactly is the correct answer here? 6 का A, first, second and fourth. Okay. Good. Okay. You people tell me that since you people have not chosen this fifth part here, is it related with price deficiency payment scheme? Is it related with price deficiency related scheme? If a PSS, price support scheme. Of course, it is associated with price support scheme, right? So those individuals who are having doubt here, this is what needs to be replaced. Okay, PSS. Good. Okay, so PSS should be the one, right? All right, otherwise rest of statements are all correct. Okay, so first is correct, second is correct, and fourth is also correct, and accordingly A is the correct answer here, right? Second is of course incorrect. This is not conditional on the MSP status. Otherwise, when I talk about the procurement part, that is good, but this is not at all associated with the MSP status, right? Okay, next question says, states are required to prepare 5-year rolling seed production plans, which is updated annually to match demand production. Multi-location trials for new pulse varieties will be conducted only in rain-fed agroecologies as mandated by the mission. The mission integrates seed monitoring through the Sathi portal. The mission plans to distribute 88 lakh free seed kits specifically to promote expansion in rice fallows areas as well as diversifiable lands as well. The mission mandates exclusive participation of private seed companies for the certified seed multiplication. Now tell me which one exactly is the correct answer here. Seventh question. First, third and fourth only. Very good. A is the correct answer here. You can clearly see, of course, first, second is correct. Third is, first and third is correct here. Correct. First and third is correct here. Second, say that multi-location trials apply to all of the pulse areas here, right? And not only to the rain-fed areas. But if you people remember, तो हमने जो नीति आयोग का रिपोर्ट करा था उसमें हमने रेन-फेड एरियाज भी देखे थे, है ना? हमने उसमें कौन से एरियाज देखे थे? बेसिकली जहाँ पे वो एरियाज है जहाँ पे जो इतना ज्यादा प्रोडक्शन जो है वो नहीं हो रहा है, बट इन जनरल इट इंक्लूड्स ऑल ऑफ द एरियाज here, right? So second becomes the incorrect one. And if I talk about the fifth one here, that is also incorrect one here, right? So seed production involves state and central agencies also and not exclusively private only, right? So यहाँ पे ये थोड़ा सा गलत है, मतलब ये गलत है, second statement गलत है और fifth statement गलत है. Otherwise this is all correct, the data here is all correct. Third statement is all correct, it is for monitoring that only, साथ ही portal के साथ associated है. First statement is also correct in nature, right? They can ask you about the period as well, 30-31 as well, okay? So this is something where it is lacking here, otherwise all of the statements are correct. So one is the correct answer. Good. Ministry of Minority Affairs, Government of India is extending support to universities that too across the country for the establishment of Center of Excellence, which is dedicated to the promotion and preservation of heritage and classical languages, that too under Pradhan Mantri Jan Vikas Karyakram. Now the name of the scheme is already given here. Exactly. Now the name of the scheme is already given here. As part of this initiative, Devi Ahilya Vishwavidyalaya Indore hosted what? A national seminar on Jainism and Indian knowledge system. If you people remember, we have already done in our PIB session, regular PIB session. Now this also says that making the launch of for its Center of Jain Studies here approved at the cost of 27.16 crore by the Ministry of Minority Affairs and this particular Jan Vikas Karyakram as well, right? The event was graded by the Minister of Higher Education, Government of Madhya Pradesh, Shri Inder Singh Parmar and Dr. Chandra Shekhar Kumar, Secretary, this Ministry of Minority Affairs, along with Shri Ram Singh, Joint Secretary of Ministry of Minority Affairs as well. During his visit, Dr. Chandra Shekhar Kumar also undertook what? That is a field tour of the university campus and interacted with the faculty members also. He urged that the university to develop the Center for Jain Studies as a center of the global excellence, integrating modern technology as well as digital tools for research, documentation and dissemination as well. Emphasizing the role of the technology, he highlighted the potential of the artificial intelligence in preserving, digitizing and promoting heritage languages for wider academic as well as cultural engagement. This is the first question here. You tell me the very, I'm here with various of the statements. You people, you tell me which one is the incorrect one. Okay. Now this is all associated with the Jan Vikas Karyakram only. Under the revised Jan Vikas Karyakram, infrastructure projects may be proposed in any area where the minority population meets given criteria, that is based on Census 2011 data. The funding pattern of this particular project is 75-25 for all states, 90-10 for north regions only, Himalayan states and Himalayan UTs as well, right? When I talk about this particular initiative, it mandates land for all approved projects must be provided free of cost by the state, UT, central government organizations proposing the project as well. It supports only infrastructure projects. The scheme originated from the restructuring of multi-sectoral development program, which was first launched in 2008-9 and in 90 minority concentration districts, that is based on 2001 backward areas here. Now tell me which one exactly is the incorrect one. 2 only, 3 and 4, 1 and 3, 2 and 5, या फिर 2 and 4. Eighth question. Eighth का E, 2 and 4. Okay. Eighth का B. Okay. What is the problem with fourth one here? दिस इज तो ऑल इनकरेक्ट है ना. क्यों? क्योंकि फंडिंग पैटर्न, बताओ नॉर्मल फंडिंग पैटर्न क्या होता है सभी स्टेट्स का? क्योंकि मैंने आपको बताया ना पहले भी कि जो नॉर्मल फंडिंग पैटर्न है वो क्या रहता है. अगर नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न है तो इट इज एग्जैक्टली डिवाइडेड इनटू इन 9 and 10 ईयर, राइट. 90-10 का रेशियो रहता है विदाउट लेजिस्लेचर ओनली इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोजेक्ट्स. ओके. जो बाकी अगर मैं स्पेसिफिकली विदाउट लेजिस्लेचर की बात करूँ, यूटीज विदाउट लेजिस्लेचर, देन 100%, अदरवाइज विद इज इक्वल टू 90 and 10 हियर. 60-40 नॉर्मल, राइट. सो दिस इज ऑल इनकरेक्ट है, राइट. तो ये तो इनकरेक्ट है. ऑल राइट. So just if you see the entire statement now, only second is incorrect here because the pattern is a little different, right? Otherwise, if you ask me from the perspective of these infrastructures here, so that is all correct, right? Recurring and maintenance are not at all covered here. It must be borne by the implementing agency only. But yes, when I talk about the funds which are associated with it, they are majorly used for infrastructure creation only, and that is what is written here as well. You can clearly see when I talk about this particular जन विकास कार्यक्रम, क्योंकि अगर आपको याद होगा मैंने विकास से बोला था डेवलपमेंट करना, डेवलपमेंट कैसे होगी अगर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट होगी. आई डोंट नो इफ पीपल रिमेंबर और नॉट, बट यस दिस वाज व्हाट वाज द केस, राइट, दैट आई टोल्ड यू. मैंने आपको एक बोला था कि विकास से याद रखना कि ये जो विकास है वो कैसे होगा अगर डेवलपमेंट होगी, डेवलपमेंट कैसे होगी अगर आप इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फैसिलिटी जो है वो लेकर आओगे. तो when I talk about this particular initiative, it supports infrastructure process only. When I talk about the other parts, for example maintenance expenditure है या फिर जो recurring expenditure है वो इस फंड में से यूज नहीं होगा. किस में से यूज होगा? जो implementing agency है वो इसको implement करेगी, ठीक है. So otherwise second only is the incorrect one. Rest of the statements are all correct. Next says that regarding नई रोशनी scheme of the Ministry of Minority Affairs, consider the following one here. Okay, so this clearly say, like read it again, right? This clearly says कि when I talk about this funding here ना, the प्रधानमंत्री जन विकास कार्यक्रम, this clearly says कि यहाँ पे जो मेजरमेंट हो, जो हमारा जो मेजोरिटी वाला जो एरिया होगा ना, जो हमारा मेजोरिटी वाला एरिया होगा वो कौन कवर करेगा, मतलब इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में जो है वो कवर होगा, क्योंकि जन विकास कार्यक्रम है, ठीक है. यहाँ पे मेरे को डेवलपमेंट के ऊपर फोकस करना है, मेरे को इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, जो मेरा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर वाला काम है ना उसके ऊपर मेरे को ज्यादा एम्फोसिस डालना है, जो भी फंड इसके अंदर होगा, ठीक है. अदरवाइज जो भी मेरे रेकरिंग जो है एक्सपेंडिचर होगा, जो भी मेंटेनेंस एक्सपेंडिचर होगा ना वो इस फंड में से नहीं लिए जाएंगे. बट यस, दिस एंटायर फंड इज गोइंग टू बी बोर्न बाय हूम, दैट इज दैट मिनिस्ट्री. इट इज एंटायरली गोइंग टू बी इंप्लीमेंटेड, इट इज एंटायरली गोइंग टू बी बोर्न बाय द इंप्लीमेंटिंग एजेंसी ओनली. अदरवाइज दिस फंड हियर दैट इज एलोकेटेड टू जन विकास कार्यक्रम विल बी स्पेसिफिकली यूज्ड फॉर द इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पर्पसेस. अगर आपको याद होगा तो मैंने आपको ये चीज बताई भी थी कि विकास से ये चीज याद रखना कि विकास कैसे होगा अगर डेवलपमेंट होगी, डेवलपमेंट कैसे होगी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पार्ट से होगी, ठीक है. तो ये देखो यहाँ पे भी अगर स्टेटमेंट पे अगर आप पढ़ोगे तो यू विल बी एबल टू सी दैट दिस जन विकास कार्यक्रम इज स्पेसिफिकली फॉर द infrastructure projects only that may be proposed in any areas where minority population is there, right? So this is what is the correct statement. And yes, I know that other criteria also needs to be met here, but that will be specifically met by whom, that is entirely by the implementing agency, ठीक है. So this statement is all correct. जिसमें गड़बड़ है वो सिर्फ यही है, ठीक है, क्योंकि normally it is 60-40 only. एंड जो बाकी अगर जो मैं यूटीज की बात करूं विद लेजिस्लेचर, अगर मैं नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स की बात करूं 90-40 है, अगर विदाउट लेजिस्लेचर है तो 100% ऑफ द असिस्टेंस विल बी गिवन बाय द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ओनली, राइट. सो दिस बाइफिकेशन एग्जैक्टली वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, 3 बाइफिकेशंस है, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट स्टेटमेंट सेज नई रोशनी, ओके. Sorry, regarding this नई रोशनी of the Ministry of Minority Affairs, consider the following statements here. The scheme provides leadership development training exclusively for adult women belonging to all 6 central notified minority communities. Under this particular scheme, training is delivered only through empaneled government, non-government organization, that is NGOs. The scheme includes a component of hand-holding assistance for a period after training to ensure sustainability of outcomes. Which one is exactly the correct answer? 9th one. Exactly, very simple to answer. B only. First and third is the correct answer here. You can clearly see that the government institutions may also be implemented, and that is what is the exception here. Otherwise, first and third statement are all correct. Good. Next says Jan Vikas Karyakram. Okay. That is JVK. What is the new criteria for the selection areas of development, specifically for development? Areas with at least 50% of the minority population with a 5 kilometer of radius. Districts with more than 25% of minority population and high literacy rate there. Areas with specifically more than 25% of minority population, and that too with a radius of 15 kilometer, right? Next says only districts previously covered under multi-sectoral development program, only aspirational districts with a minority concentration here. Which one exactly is the correct answer? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Okay, 10th ka A, 10th ka C. Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay, so this completely says कि देखो अगर यहाँ पे कोई भी डेवलपमेंट करनी है तो हमने यहाँ पे क्या पढ़ा था, देखो अगर मैं यहाँ पे जन विकास कार्यक्रम की बात करूँ तो क्लियरली सी हियर दिस इज फॉर द इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोजेक्ट्स, इट मे बी प्रपोज्ड इन एनी एरिया, देखो हमने अभी पढ़ा था, ठीक है, एनी एरिया वेयर माइनॉरिटी पॉपुलेशन मीट्स द क्राइटेरिया। अभी जो क्राइटेरिया है वो क्या है, देखो एनी एरिया का पता लगा, ठीक है, एनी एरिया का पता लगा, तो कोई हमारे पास ये माइनॉरिटी पॉपुलेशन का कोई क्राइटेरिया नहीं है, बट एनी डिस्ट्रिक्ट लाइक एनी एरिया with more than 25% of minority population and with a 15 किलोमीटर ऑफ रेडियस है। Now when I talk about this particular area, आप कहीं पे भी इनको जो है वो डेवलपमेंट फैसिलिटीज, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट जो है वो कर सकते हो, स्पेसिफिकली फॉर द माइनॉरिटी कम्युनिटीज हियर, राइट। So again telling you under 2022-23 under the revised initiative here, the scheme adopted the catchment area based approach rather than district based criteria here, right? So the criteria requires a minority population of over 25% and that too within 15% of radius, and that is applicable to all districts, and that too includes unserved, underserved areas, aspirational districts also, ठीक है। तो any area जो है वो याद रखना, ठीक है। Next question says multi-sectoral development program primarily functioned as a gap filling mechanism by topping up existing CSS scheme here without altering norms or guidelines. Sorry. This initiative here funds both gap filling and innovative standalone projects, but only the former follow the fixed state this center sharing pattern here. Sambhav mandaps as well as market sheds were introduced as a part of the innovative projects, and that too under multi-sectoral development program structuring here. Under this particular initiative, only assets who are linked to education and health are eligible. Now tell me which one exactly is the correct answer. Correct statement. A, 1 and 3 only. Exactly. Very good. Very good. Good. 1 and 3 only, because iska jo area hai that is very wider in nature. Of course, this is not specifically for this purpose. Good. Okay. So first statement is correct in nature. Third statement is also correct. Second states that it is specifically used for gap filling as well as this. But हमने दो statements में पहले पढ़ लिया है कि ये specifically किसके लिए, infrastructure projects के लिए. And fourth statement का जो area है that is also very wider in nature, right? It covers education, health, skill development, social. देखो infrastructure की यहाँ पे कोई definition, it is actually very wide. Nowhere it is written कि हम जो है सिर्फ healthcare और जो education है उसके लिए ही करेंगे, ठीक है? Of course, when I talk about this infrastructure, this initiative here, it specifically comprehensively talks about infrastructure. Infrastructure can be very broader in nature, right? So यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा एरिया नैरो है, ये इनकरेक्ट है, और यहाँ पे जो गैप फिलिंग और जो स्टैंड लोन प्रोजेक्ट्स है यही नहीं है, बट यहाँ पे जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है मेनली उसके लिए फेमस है, ठीक है। ऑलराइट, नेक्स्ट इज जन विकास कार्यक्रम फॉर सेमी अर्बन लोकेलिटी दैट हैज 26% of the minority population with a 15 kilometer of radius, a shortage of classrooms in the local government schools, free land available for construction, government, state government that follows 60-40 funding pattern with the center. Now tell me which was most suitable and approvable under this particular initiative. Salary support for hiring additional school teachers for 3 years, construction of 4 additional classrooms in this government school here, purchase of school buses for student transport, monthly scholarship support for minority students, and construction of a private coaching center that is building run by the private NGO. Now tell me which one exactly is the correct answer. 12th ka answer. Okay, Satyat says B. Anyone else? Exactly, very good. B suits best here, right? Sorry. Since it is exactly focusing on the infrastructure only and not operational and maybe recurring deposits, वो कौन करेगा bear? अभी मैंने आपको पीछे बताया था कौन करेगा bear इनको, operational recurring deposits को. Who is the one who is going to bear that? Construction of classrooms is explicitly permitted here. Minority population with more than 25% in the catchment area are eligible here, and land is all free. That meets the requirement as well. ठीक है. Exactly. Implementing agencies are the one. Okay. All right. Good. So next question says the sky, long seen as a symbol of aspiration, was once an unattainable dream for many in India. To bridge this gap, the government of India, under the leadership of Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi ji, launched one initiative which is Regional Connectivity Scheme, Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik, and that is specifically for aviation sector to grow. In October 2021-2016, it was launched, rooted in the Prime Minister's vision here that every common man in slippers should be able to afford air travel. हवाई चप्पल पहनने वाले को हवाई यात्रा करनी पड़ेगी. This is what is the statement there, right? Udan aims to democratize aviation by making flying accessible, affordable for all, implemented by Ministry of Civil Aviation. This flagship scheme has since transformed India's regional connectivity landscape. The dream of affordable air travel for a common citizen began to take tangible form with the first Udan flight. This landmark flight took off on 27th April 2017, that is connecting the serene hills of Shimla to the bustling metropolis of Delhi here. So Shimla se leke Delhi tak. They can ask you this question as well, okay? Now, on 27th of April 2025, this landmark event, which marked the beginning of this transformative journey in the aviation sector, opening up the skies for countless citizens, has completed its 8 years. This is what is the news, and this is the reason it is in news, right? Again, telling you high chance a question can be asked in paper. Now, tell me, related to Udan 3.0 2019, consider the following statements. It has introduced tourism routes in collaboration with Ministry of Tourism. It brought India's first offshore helipad routes into Udan network. It incorporates seaplane operations for the first time. It substantially increased route allocations in the northeastern region. It expanded coverage to include international tourist circuits under the Ministry of External Affairs as well. Now tell me which one is the correct answer. 13th question. Thirteenth one. Second and fifth only. Incorrect one. Good. All right. Most of the individuals have written one only. That is perfect. Good. Very good. Okay. So when I talk about this offshore helipads, this were not included in Udan 3.0. Then tell me, can you people please still let me know that in which Udan series exactly it was implemented? Okay. Then fifth one is also not at all true in nature, right? Baki rest of the portion is all correct. Now tell me in which Udan series, like Udan 1.0, 2.0, when it was implemented. Okay, next is all about the Krishi Udan scheme. In convergence scheme, it is a convergence scheme that is involving multiple ministries. It covers 58 airports with a special focus on, very good, with a special focus on 25 priority airports. It subsidizes air freight rates for agriculture cargo. It prioritizes tribal, hilly and northeastern regions as well. It mandates airlines to use only narrow body aircraft for Krishi Udan cargo routes. Now tell me which one exactly is the correct answer. Very good. Both have given me the correct answer. 14th one. Okay. Come on, be very quick. Atithi, Vedant, Lakshman, Shraddha, Devjyoti. Do people want to answer this question? 14th one. No? Alright. So, first, as in specifically when I talk about the 14th question, first, second, and fourth is the correct answer here. If you talk me about the subsidized, like when I talk about the third part here, that is incorrect, and fifth one is also incorrect in nature, because this clearly says that it subsidizes air freight rates for this agriculture cargo here. But if you just focus on it, it is more associated with the logistics here, right? So यहाँ पे जो है इसको नहीं करता है, but logistics को जो है वो facilitate करता है, and it is not mandatory for the narrow body requirement here. That is also incorrect. Otherwise, rest of the statements are all correct here. Okay. Next says that regarding the stakeholder incentives under Udan initiative, tell me the following here, right? These are the statements. You people need to tell me if every statement is correct or not. AAI waives terminal navigation landing charges for RCS flights. State governments reduce VAT on aviation turbine fuel to just less than or equivalent to 1% for 10 years. Airport operators levy RNFC at standard rates to finance rural air connectivity. Central government caps excise duties on ATF at 2% of RCS airports for 3 years. AAI provides free air traffic control, that is ATC, manpower to all regional connectivity scheme airports here. 15th question. Okay, that's completely okay. First one is the is the correct answer here, as in third is the incorrect one, and fifth is the incorrect one here. Otherwise, rest of the statements are all correct, right? This clearly say that RNFC is discounted and not at all standard in nature, and of course, AAI is the one who doesn't provide ATC manpower, and that too free universally. Okay. Next question says, which of the following government's plan for airport development under the UDAN initiative? Is it 30 new airports in 3 years? Is it 50 new airports in 5 years? 70 in 7 years? 110 years? If it's 120 new greenfield airports in 15 years? Which one is the one? Okay. E. Anyone else? Anyone else? Alright, so this is the broader aim here, but the shorter plan here is to build 50 new airports, and that to include greenfield airports as well, and that to in Bihar, as well as expansion of Patna airport has also been done here. Okay. Next statement says, related to revamped UDAN initiative, consider the following statements. It aims to add 120 new destinations, and that too over the next decade. It specifically targets aspirational districts. It intends to enable affordable air travel for 4 crore more passengers. It will give special support to smaller airports and helipads. It focuses on northeastern states and exclude island territories. Now tell me, is every statement correct or not? Is it excluding island territories or not? 17th. First, second, and third and fourth only. Good. Because it clearly says that it focuses specifically on northeastern states only, and it excludes island, these island territories also, but this is not at all correct in nature. It doesn't exclude island territories. So first is the correct answer, as in all of are correct except the last one. Next says that UDAN initiative was launched. Now this is a full-fledged information on it. Now you people need to remember what is viability gap funding also. Okay, viability gap funding is this only, that when it comes onto the private individuals, because private companies का motive क्या है? पैसा earn करना. अगर गवर्नमेंट कोई भी इनिशिएटिव चलाती है जो कि वेलफेयर ओरिएंटेड है, हाँ, गवर्नमेंट को क्या करना पड़ेगा, वहां पे फंडिंग जो है वो प्रोवाइड करनी पड़ेगी, सो दैट जो इंडिविजुअल्स है, जो यहाँ पे बिजनेसमैन है, उनको कोई भी लॉस ना हो. ठीक है. नाउ दिस इज अबाउट द एवोल्यूशन हियर. ऑलवेज रिमेंबर फर्स्ट दैट टुक प्लेस इन 2017. फर्स्ट फ्लाइट वाज लॉन्च हियर. 128 रूट्स के साथ कनेक्टेड है. सॉरी, that is connecting 70 airports. 2.0 में inclusion of 73 underserved airports and helipads were there, and 3.0 में introduced tourism routes here. 4.0 में it focuses on hilly regions, northeastern as well as islands, which emphasizes on helicopters as well as seaplanes as well, right? Now this is about the rest of the information. I want you people to just see each and every information related to it. Next question says, Government of India is committed to accord high priority to water conservation and its management. To this effect, Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana has been formulated with a vision of extending coverage of irrigation, that is har khet ko pani, and improving water use efficiency also, that is more crop and per drop, in a focused manner with end-to-end solution on source creation, distribution, management, field application and extension activities also. The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs chaired by Honorable Prime Minister has accorded approval of Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana in its meeting held on 1st July 2015. Now tell me that these are the various statements associated with Krishi Sinchai Yojana. Micro irrigation structure are allowed on where groundwater is classified as safe. Precision irrigation devices such as drip, sprinklers, pivots and air guns are promoted under Jal Sinchan. Tube wells and dug wells may be constructed irrespective of groundwater classification. Lining of inlets, outlets and sill traps can be supported beyond the permissible 40% of the civil works limit, that is through MG Naregas. Okay. Micro irrigation support is provided only under accelerated irrigation benefits program and not under this Krishi Sanchai Yojana. Now tell me which one exactly is the correct answer. 18th one. Okay, exactly. First, second, and fourth is the correct answer. Otherwise, if you ask me from the perspective of third answer, this clearly say that tube wells and dug wells may be constructed irrespective of groundwater classification. That is not at all correct. This is very logical in nature, right? That is incorrect in nature, and it is not specifically provided under this initiative only, but it is having wider initiative, right? It is having wider coverage here. So it is supported under this particular initiative and not under this particular AIBP here, right? कृषि सिंचाई योजना के साथ associated है, और ये तो है, ये logically जो है वो incorrect है, ठीक है? तो of course first, second and fourth is the correct answer here. Good. Next question says secondary storage structures are supported at tail end of canal systems and to store what, that is excess water for dry periods. Along with that, underground pinning system are included in the scheme. Diesel, electric, solar pump sets are not supported under this Krishi Sanchai Yojana. MGNREGAs can be used to top up civil works beyond permissible limits. Canal rejuvenation is a mandatory Krishi Sanchai Yojana component. Tell me which one exactly is the correct answer. 19th one. First is correct. Ground pinning piping system are included in the scheme. All correct. Diesel electric are not supported. No, this is wrong. It is having actually wider coverage of civil aviation beyond the permissible limits. That is also correct. Is mandatory. Okay. So first, second and fourth is the correct answer here. Otherwise third and fifth are the incorrect one here, right? Canal rejuvenation mandatory nahi hai. A farmer in a safe groundwater area wants to adopt this Krishi Sanchai Yojana intervention. He plans to install drip irrigation, a solar pump set, and construct a dig well there, right? Like a dug well there, right? Constructing this Krishi Sanchai Yojana guidelines, which of the following is correct? All three interventions are fully supported under this particular initiative. Drip irrigation and solar pump set are supported. Dug well only if it is supplemented source creation here, and not at all funded under the other schemes. Only drip irrigation is supported. Solar pump sets and dug wells are excluded here. Dug wells can be installed anywhere. Drip irrigation is not supported in safe groundwater zones. Solar pump sets and dug wells were well supported. Drip irrigation is excluded. Tell me which one exactly is the correct answer. 20th one. Sorry. Okay. B, exactly, because drip irrigation and solar systems are exactly supported here, okay? And dug wells only if it is supplement source here, creation, and not at all funded under the other scheme. So B exactly is the correct answer here. So Krishi Sanchai Yojana is the one which supports irrigation, har khet ko pani, right? Pump sets in the safe groundwater areas. Dugs are, allowed here, but only in the safe groundwater zone, and not at all duplicating in another initiative here, right? Next question says Krishi Sanchai Yojana focuses on secondary storage structures at the tail end of the canals to do what? Is it to store water under rainy sorry, periods or from perennial sources for dry periods? Is it to generate hydroelectricity, supply drinking water to cities? Is it to build recreational lakes? If we divert water to industrial zones? I'm having cough and the cold here, so just excuse me in between if this happens. Store water, very good. So we need to store water, that too just during the rainy periods or from perennial sources of the dry periods as well, right? Now this is entire summary of this entire initiative. This is all for you people only. I request you people to just see each and every data related to it, okay? Okay. 22nd question says, which of the following statement is correct? That is all related to what? Extension of life cycle 75, LC 75, and balanced life cycle investment options, and that too under a national pension system and unified pension system here. Life cycle 75 allows maximum 75% of investment in equities. with the tapering from age 35 से लेके 55 तक. Balanced life cycle is a modified life cycle 50 scheme with an equity tapering from age of 45. Life cycle 25 up to 25% of investment in equity tapering from age 45 year. Scheme government invest 100% in government securities with a low risk and fixed returns. Default options is defined by PFRD. If you people remember, जब हम जो SIDBI की जो है वो preparation है specifically PFRD, right? जब हम PFRD की classes when I was taking, I told you like I have discussed all about this life cycle 75, 50 as well. Now tell me which one exactly is the correct answer. 22nd one. Fourth and fifth only. Okay. Tell me what is the problem with third one. This is all correct. What is the problem with third one? What is the problem with third one? What is the problem with third one? This is the exact answer. Good. All right. All right. So you can clearly see here that when I talk about life cycle 25, equity tapering starts from what? The age is not at all correctly given. The issue is with the age. Good. Tapering from 33 se leke 35. Very good. So this is what is the problematic situation. Otherwise, rest of the statements are all correct. Very good. Next says that a 40-year-old central government employee selects balanced life cycle option, and that too under national pension scheme. What are the key features of the equity allocation under this particular option here? Equity exposure is capped at 25% only. Equity exposure tapers from age 35 से लेके 55 तक. Equity exposure tapers from age 45, allowing longer equity participation. Equity investment is in government securities. Equity exposure remains constant throughout until retirement. 23rd question. Which one exactly is the correct answer? Exactly, good. Equity exposure tapers what? From the age of 45, allowing this longer equity participation as well. They can ask you about this particular age as well, right? Separately, they can ask you a question on it. Good. Third exactly is the correct answer. Which of the following options under NPS and UPS is considered lowest risk with a fixed returns? Specifically suitable for every conservative investor here. Is it 25, 50, 75 scheme government या फिर balanced life cycle? Remember, lowest risk but fixed returns. Exactly, scheme government. D exactly is the correct answer here. Which invest 100% in the government securities only. ठीक है, तो जितना लेस रिस्क होगा अदरवाइज फिक्स रिटर्न्स मिलेंगे. ठीक है, बट यहाँ पे जो है वो रिस्क फ्री रहता है. सबसे ज्यादा कम रिस्क किसमें है? दैट इज गवर्नमेंट स्कीम गवर्नमेंट. गुड. बैलेंस्ड लाइफ साइकिल अंडर यूपीएस इज मॉडिफाइड वर्जन ऑफ विच लाइफ साइकिल ऑप्शन है? इज इट 25, 50, 75 स्कीम गवर्नमेंट या फिर डिफॉल्ट ऑप्शन? बैलेंस्ड वन. देखो बैलेंस्ड जो है थोड़ा सा लॉजिक लगाओगे तब भी आंसर जो है वो क्लियर हो जाएगा. Exactly, है ना? Life cycle 50. This is what is the balanced one here. You can clearly see that it is for the equity tapering what? From the age of 45 here. And the government of India approved the extension of this particular 75 and BLC here, investment to the central government employees as well, right? Under NPS as well as UPS also. Very good. Okay, now this is a full-fledged information about it. Again, it's a request to all of you to just see it by yourself only. Next question. The branded medicines, as in generic medicines here, are sold at significantly higher prices than their unbranded generic equivalents, though they are identical in a therapeutic value. Given the widespread poverty across the country, making available reasonably priced quality generic medicines in the market would be benefit everyone here. Okay, Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana is a campaign that has been launched by the Department of Pharmaceuticals to provide quality medicines, and that too at very affordable prices to the masses here. And this particular initiative ensures kendras as well, stores as well, which have been set up to provide generic drugs which are available at lesser prices but are equivalent in quality, efficacy as expensive branded drugs as well. It was launched by the Department of Pharmaceuticals in November 2008 under the name of Jan Aushadhi campaign. Pharmaceuticals and Medical Devices Bureau of India is the implementing agency of this particular initiative here, that is Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana. Now the statement says that these are the 5 statements related to it. You tell me that which one is the correct answer to it. Any individual entrepreneurs can open an JAS provided they employ a pharmacist with a bachelor of or diploma in the pharmacy here. The minimum required area for a store is 120 square feet only. All Jan Aushadhi stores are operated by the government agencies only. State governments or NGO trust charitable institutes can open their own Jan Aushadhi centers or specifically stores here, kendras here. Distance policy requires new Jan Aushadhi centers or stores here in Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, and that too at least 1 kilometer apart. Tell me, with at least 1 kilometer apart. Okay, tell me. Okay, first statement is correct, second statement is correct, but this says that all Jan Aushadhi stores are operated by government agencies only. No, this is not at all correct. This is very comprehensive in nature. Fourth is correct and fifth is also in news. So of course second is the odd one here, rest all are correct here. So 1 is the correct answer. Yes. It is incorrect because the private individuals, NGOs, trust and other institutions can also operate it. Okay. Next question says normal incentive is given at 15% of the monthly purchase of this particular, that's subject to what? To a ceiling of 15,000 per month. Special incentive of 2 lakh is provided to women entrepreneurs, Divyangs here, Divyangjans here, SC, ST, aspirational district entrepreneurs. Operating agency gets 20% of margin on maximum retail prices excluding taxes. Incentives are only available to stores which are run in the government hospitals. Special incentives include reimbursement of furnitures, fixtures, computer, internet, printer and scanner costs as well. Now tell me, 27th here. Okay. First is all correct. See, it is more associated with the previous only. This completely say that incentives are only available to stores that are run in government hospitals only. Low. It is actually very comprehensive in nature, right? When I talk about the NGOs, it is available like when it is actually run by the private one also, NGOs also, trusts as well, and maybe other institutions also. So benefits will also be provided to them, right? So fourth one is an exceptional case here. Otherwise, rest of the statements are all correct. Okay. Next says which of the following communities are eligible for the special incentive under this particular initiative? Women and entrepreneur in Divyang only. Is it scheduled caste, scheduled tribes only? All entrepreneurs in the aspirational districts only. All of the above if not. 28th. Now remember, whenever you find all of the above in a very unique way, ना मतलब अगर हर एक में नहीं दिया है but एक question है बहुत ज़्यादा all of above, मतलब हर एक में specifically एक में जो है all of the above दिया है, तो kindly consider that as well, right? This can be hint for all of you. Exactly, very good. So all of the above is the correct answer. So just talks about the special incentive. देखो यहाँ पे एक जने को जो है वो incentive नहीं मिलेगा, but चाहे वो women entrepreneur है, चाहे वो specifically दिव्यांग्स है, scheduled caste है, scheduled tribe है, entrepreneur है, incentives will be provided, right? So all of the above. Okay. A pharmacist which is applying to only a Jan Aushadhi to open a Jan Aushadhi store and wants to claim the special incentive. Which of the following mandatory to qualify for the incentive here? Store must be linked with PMBI headquarters through software. Is it specifically store must be in a district listed as aspirational by Niti Aayog? Reimbursement of furniture and fixtures cost submitted with the bills here. Store must run by the women entrepreneurs, Divyang, SC, ST, or all of the above. 29th. Okay. Okay. Anyone else? Exactly. So all like special incentives are granted only when all conditions are met, right? ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि अगर देखो जो आपने PMBI हेडक्वार्टर्स वाला बोला वो एक मैंडेटरी है, राइट? बट अगर अदर्स जो अगर बाकी अगर मैं चीजें बोलूँ अगर फुलफिल नहीं होंगे, अगर बाकी चीजें फुलफिल नहीं होंगी, देन ऑल्सो इंसेंटिव विल नॉट बी प्रोवाइडेड हियर, राइट? So other also need to be fulfilled. They say that reimbursement of the furniture fixtures must be submitted with bills only. What if this doesn't happen? So it cannot be fulfilled, right? So of course, whatever has been said by you na is all correct. That this is the basic, and I would say this is the priority one here, right? But what if they are not submitted with bills? So you won't be able to get it, right? So according to the statements here, all becomes the correct answer. क्यों? क्योंकि बाकी जो है वो भी complete होना चाहिए. हाँ, ये जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा mandatory, ये जो है वो first step है. But if you are not completing rest of the statements है, फिर if you are not completing या फिर आप जो है वो obligation आपने complete नहीं कर रहे हो, तो you won't be provided with the this incentives here. So it is also very important. If you want reimbursement here, it should be provided with bills, right? So we cannot even leave it. Specifically, this and this becomes true. Along with that, stores must be district listed as the aspiration by the Niti Ayog. That is also true here, right? Along with that, it should be run. Now, this is not something it should only be run by women and Divyang and SC and ST only. This is not the statement, right? This clearly says this must be run, right? ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ only it should be run by government, women entrepreneur, Divyang as well as ST and ST only. This is something, this include, ऐसा नहीं हमने बोला है कि सिर्फ जो है वो मतलब men ही चलाएं या फिर हो सकता है कि बाकी individuals ही चलाएं. It must be run by women entrepreneurs, Divyang, SC and ST as well. So this is what is the statement here. And accordingly, all of the above becomes the correct answer. Okay. So fifth one is the correct answer here. Next statement says, which of the following is mandatory for an individual to open Jan Aushadhi Kendras here? Minimum 150 square feet of store area. Sorry. Employment of pharmacists with B pharmacy and B pharma and D pharma degree. Location must be inside a hospital only. Store must be operated under the government, state government authority. Exclusive sale of generic medicines, no etc product. Is mandatory. Is mandatory. 30th. Exactly. Mandatory क्या है देखो, बाकी conditions तो fulfill हो सकती है, but सबसे ज़्यादा important क्या है कि employment of pharmacist with B pharma and D pharma degree should be there. Okay, so B exactly is the most mandatory part. अगर मैं other conditions की बात करूँ तो ये 1500 नहीं है, ये है 150 नहीं है. This is 120 square feet here, right? So this is what is the correct answer. Next is an entrepreneur in the Himalayan state opens Jan Aushadhi store and spends 2 lakh on furniture, computer, printer, and internet, scanner combined. Now they are eligible for which of the following here? Only normal incentive, that is 15% of the purchase. Special incentive for the Himalayan, 2 lakh, one-time reimbursement for expenses here. No incentive because Himalayan state are not included here. Margin of MRP only, या फिर incentives only if located in the government hospital. 31st. Exactly. Since they are associated with the Himalayan state, of course, special incentives will be provided to them, right? Next question says, the genesis of lead bank scheme can be traced to the study group headed by the professor Dr. Gajal here, Gajal study group, on the organizational framework for the implementation of the social objectives, which submitted its report in October 1969. The study group drew attention to the fact that the commercial banks did not have an adequate presence in the rural banks and in the rural areas and lacked in the required rural orientation as well. The study group therefore recommended the adoption of area approach to evolve what, that is plans, programs for the development of the adequate banking as well as credit structure in the rural areas as well. A committee of bankers here on branch expansion program of public sector banks appointed by the Reserve Bank of India under the chairmanship of Shri F.K.F. Nariman endorsed that the idea of this area approach in its particular report, recommending that in order to enable the public sector banks to discharge their social responsibilities, each bank should concentrate on certain districts where it should act as a lead bank here. Now, the first statement says that which of the following statements about district consultative committee and district level review committee are correct? DCC is chaired by DC and when it is implemented by the government sponsored schemes. DSRC is chaired by the district collector and involves public representatives like MPs as well as MLAs also. Both DCR and DLRC review the performance of banks and that too under district credit plans. Lead district managers convene DCC meetings and facilitate what, that is specifically DLRC coordination and all of the above. 32nd. Sorry. 32nd. B. All right. Exactly. All are the correct answer here. Fifth one is the incorrect one here. So all are representing me the roles, coordination responsibilities of DCC, DSLR and LDMs as well, right? Next says what are the which of the following statements reflect the objective as well as scope of lead bank scheme? Is it to ensure coordination between banks, government departments, financial institutions at the district level, to provide social financial inclusion and access to banking services across all districts including metropolitan areas, to enable lead district managers to oversee district credit plans and guide block level bankers committee, to empower state level bankers committee to serve as apex coordination forums at the state level, if for all of the above. 33rd question. Exactly, all above is the correct answer here. Very good. Next question, say who convenes the district level review committee meeting? Is it lead district manager, district collector, RBI state level bankers committee, if in NABARD? 34th question. We have done it already. We have discussed it already. Who's the one who, convenes it? Exactly, district collector. Very good. District collector is the correct answer here. Next says India stands at cusp of demographic dividend with a burgeoning, young population poised to drive the nation's progress. Recognizing this potential, Government of India launched Prime Minister's internship scheme on October 3rd, 2024. The visionary initiative aims to provide 1 crore young Indians with that is 12-month paid internship in the national top companies over next 5 years, right? Now, thereby bridging the gap between academic learning and industry demands. By integrating classroom, knowledge here with practical experience, this internship scheme aspires to cultivate a workforce both with skilled and adaptable to the evolving economic landscape as well. The unique scheme empowers youth with practical experience, envisioning what the position of India as a skill capital of the world. Now, the platform also offers a simplified portal along with a dedicated mobile app as well, allowing users to just easily filter opportunities by district, state, sector and location radius as well. Strengthening its outreach and accessibility, the Ministry of Finance, Corporate Affairs, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman ji officially launched a dedicated mobile app for PMIS on March 17th, 2025. Now tell me that which of the following related to it is all correct. It was launched by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs to provide internship to 1 crore youth over 5 years. Internship duration is 12 months only, and with that, least half spent in actual work experience. PMIS is linked with all existing state and central skill development schemes. The target, the scheme targets top 500 companies across India. Participation guarantees placement after internship only. 35th question. Okay. Exactly. First is all correct. It is launched by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Second is all correct. The duration is of course 12 months only. Third is not in the correct one here, because this completely say that it is linked with the existing state as well as central development schemes as well, right? So this is incorrect one here. Fourth is fourth is the correct. Okay, just wait a minute. Okay, so the target varies here, है ना? The target, that is specifically writing here the target here. This is also 500 ही था, है ना? 500 ही था ना? Okay, this is also correct. Fifth one is the incorrect here, because it clearly says that participants will be able to get placement right after internship only. So this is incorrect one, and third one is also incorrect one. 500 companies hai, it is associated with. Okay, so first is the correct answer here. First, second and fourth here. Okay. So this clearly says that yes, first is true, second is true, third is false, because of course this runs independently. Fourth is also true, it is associated with 500 companies only. And fourth is, this fifth one is also incorrect in nature, because it doesn't guarantee here. But the focus is on what? To fulfill the gap between what we have learned from our institutes and what job is demanding here, what market is demanding from us. So skills dena jo hai iska kaam hai, and job guarantee is not the one. Okay. Next says that a scheme is independent of all existing scheme, central plus state apprenticeship as well as internship programs here. Interns gain exposure to multiple business functions and professions. Along with that, internship can be fully virtual without any requirement for practical working experience. The scheme provides mentoring from industry professionals during the internship. Only final year students of colleges are eligible here. Which one exactly is the correct answer? 36th one. 36th one. 36th one. Come on, be very quick. Exactly. First is correct, right? Second is also correct. Third, say that it can be virtually without any requirement for the practical experience, right? But the main focus is on the practical experience only, right? This is incorrect one. Fourth is also correct. Only final students are eligible? No. So this is also incorrect one here. Here you can clearly see third one is incorrect one. This is very logical in nature. And this is something, it is not eligible to only 5 years, this final year students here, but it is actually very broader in nature, right? All right. Next, say that the scheme helps bridge the gap between academic learning and industry requirement. Internship exposure is limited to theoretical learning, and that too without real business environment exposure. PMIS aims to enhance employability of youth. Duration of this initiative, as in this internship, is flexible between 3 months से लेके 12 months तक. The scheme is applicable in both public plus private sector companies as well. 37th. 37th. Exactly. First is correct, right? First is all correct. But this says that internship exposure is limited to theoretical learning only without any real world experience. This is what is the purpose here, ना? Real world experience तो देना है. The third जो है वो incorrect है. Second जो है वो incorrect है. Third is also correct. It ensures increase in the employability of youth, right? जो भी gap है उसको fulfill करना और उससे employment opportunity जो है वो create होगी. Fourth says that this is actually very flexible between, this is also incorrect here, and fifth one is all correct here. Okay, so first exactly is the correct answer here. The duration is of course fixed, and rest of the statements are all correct. Okay, so Ria, a college student, wants to gain real life business experience in private company. She can join an internship program under the Prime Minister internship scheme as well. What is the minimum duration she must spend in actual working experience in that company? 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, at least half of the internship period, if her entire duration of the initiative here. 38th question. Now see, second and fourth. Second and fourth. Bifurcates है, right? So देखो, at least half of the internship period भी 6 months होगा और ये भी 6 months है ना? Exactly. Okay, so logically it should be 6, second and fourth only. तो इसको हम हटा के 9 कर देते हैं, ठीक है? So that हम बेटर आंसर जो है वो क्रिएट कर सके. या तो इसको 9 कर दो या तो फिर इसको फुल कर दो, ठीक है? ये एंटायर ड्यूरेशन है तो वी कैन नॉट डू एनीथिंग. या तो फिर इसको क्वार्टर कर दो, बट क्वार्टर 3 मंथ्स हो जाएगा फिर, ठीक है? लेट्स मेक इट 9, ठीक है? लेट्स मेक इट 9 बिकॉज दीज बोथ स्टेटमेंट्स आर करेक्ट. तो लॉजिकली सेकंड एंड फोर्थ स्टेटमेंट जो है वो करेक्ट होनी चाहिए. तो लेट्स include both, right? Basically it is 6 months only, right? 6 months, that is at least half of the internship period, 6 months. So ये भी correct बनता है और ये भी correct बनता है. Let's see what is the answer here. So fourth is written, that is at least 6 months, 50%, that is just equivalent to this only, right? So 6 months, right? I'm just writing it 6 months only. 6 months should be the one here, okay? All right. Next question says, an intern under PMIS completes 6 months of on-site work and 6 months of online research as well. Which of the following outcomes aligns with the scheme's objective? Intern gains exposure to real business environment and enhances employability. Interns are automatically recruited by the company. Intern is eligible for scholarship only. Intern can only work in government organizations. Internship duration must be extended by another 6 months. 39th question. Exactly. This says that देखो जो interns है जब वो काम करेंगे ना, they will get exposure to the real business world, and that is the reason we are watching it from the perspective of employment generation, right? So A is the correct answer here, right? The core objective is this only कि हम जो इंडिया में हम कहाँ पे फोकस करते हैं, सिर्फ पढ़ने, theoretical knowledge, पेपर दे लो, पेपर मतलब बड़ी बड़ी शीट्स पढ़ लो, 6-7 pages भरो एक क्वेश्चन के लिए, that is what is the focus here. But what is useful to get employment, to get employed here, that is specifically hands-on training. पता होना चाहिए कि हमने क्या पढ़ा है और what we are implementing here, right? Okay, next question is entirely on the assistance of deploying energy efficiency technology in the industries and establishments, right? That is specifically Aditi here. The scheme is officially launched by the Honorable Union Minister of Power and Housing and Urban Affairs, Sri Manohar Lal ji, and it completely says that it was in Panipat, Haryana. The launch of this landmark initiative marks a decisive step towards India's transition to a low carbon economy by enabling MSME to upgrade to energy efficient technologies that through comprehensive financial and technical support. The Aditi scheme with a budgetary outlay of dash is an initiative by the Ministry of Power, Government of India, is being implemented by whom? That is BEE, Bureau of Energy Efficiency. Remember this, okay? The first statement says what is the financial outlay here? Is it 500, 1,600, 1,500, if it 2,000 crores? 40th question. Hanji, Aditi, 1,000. Good, good. So second exactly is the correct answer. 1,000 CR is the financial outlay here. Very good. Next question says, consider the following statements regarding Aditi scheme here. The scheme provides 5% of interest subvention to medium enterprises and 3% to micro and small enterprises. Just remember this what I'm writing here, right? So यहाँ पे इस amount को थोड़ा सा ध्यान देना. Aditi offers end-to-end technical support including investment grade energy audits, DP, R preparation here. The scheme targets 14 energy intensive sectors only, and it implementation will begin with 100 industrial clusters with first one, and the entire period planned for 3 years here. Now 41st question, which one exactly is the correct answer? Okay, 41st का B, second, third and fifth. Okay, and 102nd, and 102nd as in, अच्छा ठीक है समझ गई 60 clusters in phase 1. Okay, anyone else who wants to answer this question? देखो यहाँ पे तो this is not correct है ना. मीडियम एंटरप्राइजेस के लिए कम थे और एमएस जो हमारे माइक्रो एंड स्मॉल एंटरप्राइजेस है उसके लिए ज्यादा थे, तो ये जो है वो थोड़ा सा चेंज हो गया है. ठीक है, सो दिस इज इनकरेक्ट वन हियर. नेक्स्ट, व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन, दिस क्लियरली सेज exactly, this clearly says end to end will be provided here. Of course this is correct, right? Along with that, the scheme targets 14 energy. If you people remember, मैंने आपको बताया था 14 energy intensive sectors के लिए, तो ये भी correct है. ठीक है, मैंने एक separate वीडियो लिया था जहाँ पे मैंने full fledged जो है वो आपको लिस्ट भी प्रोवाइड करी थी. ये this is also correct. They say that will begin from with 100 industrial clusters only in phase 1. This is not correct, and fifth one is exactly is the correct answer. You can clearly see, right? So of course this one is incorrect. Otherwise rest of the statements are all correct and stated by Aditi very specifically. 60 clusters जो है इसके साथ associated है. Good. Next says that this is a scheme related statements here. You people need to tell me again which one exactly is the correct answer. Total outlay is 1,000 crore, of which 875 is for interest subvention only. 50 crore is earmarked for the investment grade energy audit support. Hand holding support through BE is allocated what, that is 75 crores here. The scheme is expected to generate 9,000 crore investment, including 6,700 crore of MSME lending. Interest subvention is limited only to loans for energy audits. 42nd question. Okay, you people are saying first, second and third and fourth. Okay. First is the total outlay is 1,000 only, जिसमें से 875 जो है हमने इंटरेस्ट सबवेंशन के लिए रखा. Second is also correct, that is 50 crore. 50 crore is earmarked for the investment only, right? Third is also good, that is hand holding is allocated, like for specifically B is allocated 75 one. Correct. So this is also something. The scheme is expected to generate 9,000 of investment here. The interest subvention is limited only to loans for energy audits only. All right. Okay, so I think everyone, good, everyone has given me the correct answer. 42nd का जो correct answer बनता है, that becomes first, second, third and fourth only. Good. Okay, so this is what is the correct answer here. When I talk about this particular thing na, interest subvention is only for the energy audits only. See, what is the purpose of Aditi scheme? I'll tell you. Aditi says कि जो भी हम production कर रहे हैं, जो भी हम technologies use कर रहे हैं ना, वो carbon emission जो है वो नहीं करनी चाहिए, हम इसको clean energy के अंदर shift करेंगे. So basically it's a scheme for MSMEs only, right? Although it is there by BEE, but it clearly say that you need to shift your technology. technologies. तो जो technology shifting में जो भी पैसा लगेगा, I'll provide you. This says this only, not at all energy audits only, right? So energy audits तो नहीं है, rest of the statements are all correct. So it is used for the technological purposes. So yes, this is clearly mentioned here as well. It is for the adoption of the technologies here and not at all for the audits here, right? So first becomes the correct answer. Very good. Next says that the scheme targets sector like leather, glass, brass, ceramics, covers all of the MSME irrespective of their energy intensity. The phased rollout starts with 60 clusters in phase 1 and 100 in phase 2. Okay. The implementation spans for 3 years only, and this correction in scaling as well. Energy efficiency technology adoption is mandatory for all covered sectors here. 43rd question. 43rd question. Okay. Exactly, good. Okay. So first, that is first, third and fourth is the correct answer. First, like ये सारी चीजें हम पहले भी कर चुके हैं, ठीक है? तो I'm not at all repeating it again because this is the material that we have done already, right? Everyone knows this is for energy intensive, right? Those are the one which are eligible MSMEs के लिए और energy intensive technology के लिए. So this is the incorrect one, very logical in nature, right? And fifth one is also ineligible one because it says that it clearly says that energy efficiency adoption is mandatory for all covered sectors here, right? Whether it is covered and supported but not mandatory for all sectors here. Flexibility is of course provided. Okay. Aditi is expected to catalyze the total investment of what? Is it 1,000, 5,000, 9,000, 1,000, 10,000, if it 2,000 crore? 44th. Exactly, very good. Third, that is 9,000 crore, including 6,750 in the MSME lending. Very good. Very good. This is about the rest of the information about this particular scheme. I request you all to read by yourself also. Okay. Okay. Very good. Everyone is giving me the correct answer. Okay. Just wait a minute. Okay. Next question says India has firmly established itself as in third largest startup ecosystem in the world with over 1.57 lakh certificates that has been issued by Department of Promotion and Industry and Internal Trade, that is DPIIT only, for the recognition of startups as of December 31st, 2024. The nation's entrepreneurial landscape, fueled by more than 100 of unicorns, is redefining innovation and creating new opportunities across sectors. Major hubs like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Delhi, NCR have been at forefront of this transformation, while smaller cities are increasingly contributing to the momentum with over 51% of the startup which is emerging from tier 2, tier 3 cities. Through initiatives like Startup India, the government has played a pivotal role in nurturing this growth and empowering the next generation of the entrepreneurs as well. Now, this is specifically related to, you people need to tell me that which correctly describes the fund and funds of startups here, right? FFS directly provides equity infusion to startups through SIDBI. FFS, AIFs receiving funds must invest twice the amount they receive into eligible startups. FFS was launched as part of the startup initiative and implemented by NABARD. FFS is primarily designed to provide collateral-free loans to seed stage startups. So FFS invests only in incubators linked to academic institutions in tier 2 cities. 45th question. Okay. Okay, so here if you just see the second statement very correctly, now this 45th if you see the second statement very correctly, under FFS, AIFs receive funds that must invest twice the amount they receive into eligible startups. This becomes the more precise one here, right? Because this is one of the components of the Startup India initiative, right, which is implemented by SIDBI here. So NABARD is written here, right? So B becomes the correct answer, most best answer there, right? Along with that, this says which is true regarding the Startup India seed fund scheme here. It provides seed funding directly to startups to support early stage prototypes. The scheme channels financial assistance through incubators that support eligible startups. Only startup involved in manufacturing eligible under this particular initiative. It's a credit guarantee program managed by NCGTC. It aims to support startups in rural areas exclusively through community-based organizations only. 46th. Exactly. The scheme channels financial assistance to incubators that support eligible startups. Very good. This is the best, option here. Next says that Ministry of SG and A, as in Social Justice and Empowerment, caters to the empowerment of social, educationally, and economically marginal sections of the society, including SCs, OBCs, denotified tribes, DNTs here, and EBCs, Safai Karamcharis, that includes waste pickers as well. Most of the persons of the group, target group here, are eligible, specifically are having minimal economic assets, therefore providing what? Very good. Providing what? Provision of training and enhancing their competences is essential for the economic empowerment, upliftment of these marginalized target groups. In 2020-21, department notified the existing scheme of assistance to skilling what? For OBCs, EBCs and DNTs for its inclusion of what? That is SCs and Safai Karamcharis, that includes waste pickers. That was renamed it as the Daksha Yojana as a central sector scheme. Now the question says that PM Daksha initiative provides stipend to all categories of the trainings in both residential and non-residential short-term training programs. The recognition of prior lending scheme, training under the scheme is exclusively available for the Safai Karamcharis only and waste pickers only. All training programs under the scheme must be aligned with the National Skill Qualification Framework. Entrepreneurship development programs under the Daksh initiative are conducted only by the National Institute for Entrepreneurship and Small Business Development. Training costs under all skilling programs are capped as per common cost norms and issued by Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Tell me which one exactly is the correct answer. Good, Atithi. Second, third, and fifth, becomes the correct answer here, because you see, it provides stipend to all of the trainees in both residential and short-term training programs. That is incorrect. The area is actually very expanded here. Second is all correct. Third is all correct. And fourth, say that entrepreneurship program and Daksh are conducted by whom? That is NISBUD. But tell me who's the one who conducted. Okay, fifth one is the correct answer here. So you can clearly see it has been conducted by this particular one, and maybe this IIE also. So accordingly, second, third and fifth becomes the correct answer here. This and this is the correct answer here, right? Good. All right. Next question says that the scheme is funded entirely by the central government without any contribution from the state, government or beneficiaries here. Short-term training courses under PM Daksh can include topics like digital literacy, financial literacy, residential training. Under short-term courses include stipend for all of the participants regardless of their categories here. The scheme is implemented only in rural areas, with high rates of unemployment among marginalized community. It is the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment is responsible for the implementation of this particular initiative. Now tell me, 48th question. Which one exactly is the correct answer? देखो ये तो करेक्ट है ना, ये तो करेक्ट है, ये तो हमने पहले भी देखा, ये तो एकदम करेक्ट है ना, ये तो एकदम करेक्ट है. Okay. Is it not sponsored in central scheme? Okay, Aditi says B. Exactly. That is what is the confusion that lies here. Okay. Now this completely says the fund is entirely given by the central government and without any contribution by the state government. That is not correct. Of course, when I talk about the state government, there is a role, of that as well. So second and fifth option becomes the correct answer here. Good. Next question says the duration of upscaling under, recognition of priority learning cannot exceed 35 hours. Short-term courses under the scheme are designed to be less than 1200 hours in duration. Only SC and OBC categories are eligible to receive stipends under non-residential short-term training programs. And these are the institutes which are only approved agencies for conducting entrepreneurship development programs under the scheme. Training under Daksh includes both skill development or post-training support for the placement or self-employment here. 49th question. Tell me which one exactly is the correct answer. ये तो करेक्ट है ना? Exactly. This is also correct. This is also correct. Good. So first becomes the correct answer here. This C, the stipend under the non-residential not available for EWS, DNTs and waste pickers here. Not just what, that is SC and OBC only, right? And fourth is also incorrect here. Otherwise, rest of the statements are all correct. Good. Last question. Under PM Daksh, which categories of applicants faces no income limit here? For eligibility part, is it SC applicants only, SC and OBCs, SC DNT Safai Karamcharis, SC DNT Safai Mitras and EWS applicants? If it all applicants under all target groups. 50th question. Exactly. Hi Madhur, very good afternoon. Good. All right. So C is the correct answer, as mentioned by Atithi very rightly. That सफाई कर्मचारियों के लिए है. SC and DNT are also part of it. That includes waste pickers also. So they do not have income under limit under the Daksh initiative. OBC and EWS के लिए क्या है? जो family income है, that should be below than 3 lakh here, right? So this is something which is exactly very important. They can ask you one question on this as well. All right. Okay. So this is about our AI, AR1's one-on-one mentorship program, which is going to take place here. So you can just explore it, and you people can enroll in it as well, just to get a super clarity about each and everything. All right. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining the session here. I hope the entire session was exactly very useful to all of you. And yes, Madhur, I'm having cold and cough. Okay. So thank you so much for joining the session. I hope the entire session was very, very useful to all of you. अदिति, जब भी अगला सेशन आएगा ना, आई लेट यू नो, ठीक है? आई लेट यू नो जब भी अगला सेशन आएगा, आई लेट यू नो. अभी तक तो जो है क्वेश्चंस आर गेटिंग प्रिपेयर्ड. So as and when it comes, I let you know. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Madhur. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining the class. And just revise this session again. I'll share the PDF with all of you. You people can revise it again. Okay. All right. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you. Okay. Bye.